Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Shopify Cheat Sheet series. So far we have covered the basic and tags in Shopify Liquid. Today we are diving into features, the magic that lets you format, transform and customize the output of the Shopify theme. Let's get started. In our last video, we have discussed about Shopify tags in Liquid. Today we are going to discuss about Shopify filters in Liquids. As you can see, we have so many filters in the Liquid templating language. In customer filters, we have 4 filters: customer login link, customer logout link, customer register link and login button. If we use customer login link filter, it will generate an HTML with an anchor tag which will redirect the customer into the login page. If customer wants to log out, we will provide the customer logout link filter. It will help the customer to log out from his or her accounts. We have customer register link. It will help the customer to redirect into the register page. If we want to show a login button, we can use the login button filter in here. Shopify has some hosted 5 filters. Suppose you have an image in the Shopify theme folder under the asset. If you want to render those images, you can use Shopify asset image URL. It will help you to create an image URL to show in the UI. Asset URL help you render the JavaScript file. File image URL help you render the file which is uploaded in the Shopify admin panel under the content files. File URL helps you render some PDF or document file in the UI. Global asset URL helps you render any global asset you are using. It can be JavaScript, it can be CSS or anything like that. Shopify asset URL helps you get the CDN URL for a globally accessible Shopify asset. We will use those filters when we jump in Java theme development. We have some money filters. Suppose you have a product which value is $2. Shopify return the product price as 200 cents. If you want to show it in the UI, you have to use the money filter, which will show the product at $2. They have other filters as well. If you want to show the money with the currency, it can be Canadian or USD, which can be set from the Shopify admin panel. You can show the money with currency. You can also show the money without any currency. For removing the trailing zeros, basically trailing zeros means the zeros after the decimal point. You can remove this using the money without trailing zeros filter. We have some array filters in here. Shopify Liquid array does not work like JavaScript. You have to concatenate or join any value using comma or any other text you want to split. So you can concatenate any value. Concatenate means combines 2 array one after another. You can also join some value using comma or any value you want. It can be dot, it can be @ it can be hashtags, anything you want. If you want to get the first value of an array, you just call the first filter. If you want the last value, you call just the last filter. If you know the index value, just call the index in here. Or you can map from an array based on any attribute. Suppose in here we have an example for title. You can reverse an array. You can check the size. Basically, size means the length of this array. You can sort the array. If you want to make any unique arrays, to remove all the duplicates, you need to use the unique filter. High filter basically helps you filter the array. If you want to filter your array based on any conditions like availability or product type, you can use here. We have some default filters. Suppose to render the image alt, you need the alt in your image file, right? So if you have uploaded an image that doesn't have an alt, but you want to show an alt in the UI because it will give you an accessible error, that time you can use default. If you don't have something, you can use a default value so that it is always rendered in the UI. If you want to show some default errors, you can use default errors. If you want to show the default pagination by Shopify, you can use the default pagination filter as well. We have some localization filter to render the currency selector, to format our address, and translate. Translate helps you render different type of language in our locals file. We have some payment filters. Suppose you want to show a payment button, you can use the payment button filter from here. If you want to show the payment terms, which can be set from the Shopify admin, you can use the payment terms. If you want to show the image or SVG of those approved payment, then you can use the payment type image URL or payment type SVG tag as well. We have some cart filters. In cart filters, we have just only one filter that will return the item count on the cart of a specific variant. You have to declare it in here after the filter. We have some font filters. You can declare a font using font face. You can modify the font. You can also render a font URL using your setting. We have some math filters. We have absolute value, at least, the minimum, at most, the maximum, cell rounds and output up to the nearest integer, divided by is division, floor means rounds and output down to the nearest integer. You can use minus, plus, round, help you cell a number. We have times, that is basically multiplications, and we have modules in here. Modules mean divides an output by a number and return the remainder. We have some string filters as well. You can see append, camel case, capitalize. By using the name, you can assume what these filters are doing. Append means you can append something after your string. You can camel case your string, you can capitalize, you can downcase, cap, handleize, and so many of them. We will discuss more in our theme development. We have some collection filters. You can highlight the active tag. Highlight active tag means if the collection has any specific tag you want to highlight, you can use this filter. Link to type, link to vendor will give you an anchor tag based on the collection types and collection vendor. You can sort by in collection filters. So basically Shopify have some by default sort option in here. You can see the example for best selling. They have old to new, new to old, low to high, and high to low price. You have URL for type. Link to type returns an anchor tag. URL for type returns only the URL. Same for URL for vendor. Within basically check what you want is within an array or a string or in a collection or product. We have some format filters, like if you want to format a date, you can use this. You can also change this format from here. Move the day at font, year at last, or month at font as you want. If you want to render your array as a JSON, you can use the JSON filter. Weight with unit is basically a variant filter. Whenever you want to show the weight with unit in the UI, you need to use this filter. For media filters, we have external video tag, external video URL. External video tag will return a video tag to show in the UI. External video URL will give you an URL which you can use in the video tag. We have some image tag and image URL. This two value is duplicated. We will see when we start building our own theme. We have image tag and image URL with a different format. We have media tag, we have media viewer tag, and video tag. These things render a tag to show media and video as well. We have some color filters. Suppose you have a settings to change the text or heading colors, but you want to make some changes on those specific color, you can use this filter. You can make it to RGB. Just check out the example. We will discuss more on our hands-on experience. We have HTML filters like highlight, link to render, and anchor tag as well. Placeholder HBG tag. If you don't have anything to show, you can show the placeholder. You can preload a tag using the preload tag. To render a JavaScript, you will use the script tag. To render a CSS file, you will have to use the style sheet tag filter. For time, you need to use the time tag as well. We have some meta filters in here. Basically, meta fields help you to render different data for some products. Suppose the procedure to make a shirt can be different from product to product, so you can use meta fields to show this in the UI. We will discuss more about meta field tag and meta field text in our theme development. And that's it for liquid filters. Now you know how to modify text, numbers, and even money values inside Shopify theme using filters. As we have so many filters, I have just go through the filter names and some examples so that you can understand what we are talking about. In the next video, we will cover objects, the core data points that power your Shopify storefront. If this is helpful for you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check the cheat sheet link in the description. See you in the next one. Thank you guys.